Hey everyone, it's Dylan, and today I'm here with my parents. We're going to be talking about Gatekeeper and how it became the song.
Who do you think you're saving? The world is slowly breaking. I swear I'm strong enough to take the weight from off your shoulders.
Before we moved to LA, I was on this singing group called Pop Mini. I just fell in love with it, and we learned dances. We had a whole set. My parents could tell that I really loved it, and so they put me in acting classes because sports were not my thing, and they were not in my near future at all.
Hi, I'm contestant 2122.
And after auditioning in San Francisco so much, we were like, we want to go to LA. And so I didn't think it'd be that easy to convince them, but they're like, okay, we thought about it, let's go.
We did. We just built a brand new house, lived on property,
Yeah.
rented the house out, moved to LA to a 2-bedroom apartment with a balcony.
I grew up in Loomis, California. It's near Sacramento. Population has stayed at 6,000 and only grew 800 within the last 10 years. Our town is literally 2 blocks of just a bunch of restaurants and stores, and that's it. I love going back there. My sister still lives there. It's my own little getaway.
Oh my gosh, Dylan was crazy growing up. She was wild and always entertaining and singing and dancing and dragging her brother around, and always a smile on her face, always happy.
The story behind Gatekeeper, I went into a session with Luca, Dalton, and Cece. I already had an argument with my mom before, crying on my way over there. I got myself ready, I walked into the session, and we tried writing a song. Nothing was kind of clicking, so we went outside, we went on the balcony, and just one guitar, no computers, nothing, just all of us just sitting around. I just started talking about staying someone's little girl. I think with Gatekeeper is it's saying the world is going to change and the world's going to be crappy sometimes, but at the same time you can't shelter your kid. I've definitely learned lessons on my own, but I've learned lessons even just being around them too. And I never want to sound mean or I want to sound like I'm pushing them away. I just wanted to do something for me and potentially for them to help them kind of navigate through this time of me growing up and trying to move out, and it's a bigger idea than I thought it was going to be. But there was this trend going on where it was saying I won't gatekeep, and I was gatekeep, I like that idea of you're gatekeeping me from the world and seeing the real world, and it's dangerous and it sucks.
You don't really prepare for them to turn 18 and then want to be on their own. That's not something we thought about. And then all of a sudden she was like, I want to move out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, the hell you are.
You got to be the boss, both of you. Dylan, you're leaning. Dylan, you're going to fall.
It helped me express something that I didn't think I could put into actual words or sentences. With this, it's okay, this is what I didn't get to say. And now I get to say it in a song because it's the only way I can. So the first verse is 18 years in my backyard. So that's kind of just 18 years in this household of living with my parents. So it's not literal. It's not living in this same exact backyard. It's living in someone else's world. Kept me safe in your loving arms, but now what? I can't be there forever. So it's oh, you've kept me there so safe, and the sad part is I can't be there forever because I have to be my own person and grow up. The chorus is who do you think you're saving? The world is changing. The world is changing every day. The world is dangerous. The world is not how it used to be, and that's the sad part, but you can't hold me back.
The world has changed. Social media is a thing. Kids are way different.
You can't go anywhere without something happening, especially here in LA.
Well, and we were loose as kids. We were not being tracked by our parents on our phones. Each kid had different times and different experiences and different challenges, and the world changed each time. You kind of adapt to the way the world is and how scary it can be, and you have to kind of teach your kids accordingly.
I enjoy going over to their house and seeing them.
She likes us better now.
Yeah.
She's not living with us.
Yeah.
There's for sure less fights.
Because before, I couldn't stand being around them because I was always around them. And now that I'm not, I want to be around them. I think also like I'm prioritizing it now. It means more. I come here like 4 times a week because I'm just like, I want to go hang out with my dad. And I end up like, or I'm like, I'm going to go pick up the dog, and I'm there for 2 hours because I'm just hanging out with them and talking with them, and I don't want to leave. Every day you have to remind them that, you know, they're still in your life. I didn't show my dad the song until we started doing rehearsals for tour.
When I heard it, when she played it, it really didn't do any justice until I heard it like live, when she sang it live. Then it really hit me hard.
When I showed my mom, there were tears, but she didn't like it at first.
I didn't like it. I hated it, to be honest. I knew it was about me.
Yeah.
So it pissed me off a little bit.
You know what she said? She was like, I didn't know I needed it until later. And, you know, she loves the song because it's not like, I'm moving now and you guys are terrible people. It's just like, it's just reality.
You don't sometimes know what you need until it happens. So I'm kind of actually happy that she's gone.
Yeah.
Out of the house.
What did you replace her with?
It's a little, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have a 4-legger now.
Yeah, she bought a dog.
I got rid of the 2-legger.
Let's just say that's my replacement for right now.
I'm gonna open the door for you. We're gonna go outside. But I think the song is about growing up and moving on and experiencing new things and being allowed to do that and not held back.
Yeah, let me fall on my face a couple times.
Yeah, just like when you were little.
Yeah.
But she has grown up so fast. I mean, when we first got here, all she dealt with was adults. And everything was an adult world as a kid. There wasn't other kids to play with. She was going to work.
I think like letting your child know that you have open arms too.
Mm-hmm. You can always come back home, baby.
Yeah, because I call her, I'm like, do I need to melt the butter to put in this mix? Call my dad, I'm like, hey, I put the picture frame up wrong. Or, where's the broil on my oven? Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize how hard it was going to be. I thought I'd be out of here and I'd be in my own place, and first night would be amazing, but first night's weird. When you stay at a friend's house and it's your first time staying at their house, and you wake up and you're like, where am I? Like, and you have this weird feeling. That's exactly how it feels. It took me a minute to kind of realize, like, oh, this is like my song. As I'm on tour, I'm going through this. And everything was great until I went to the LA show. I saw her crying, and I started crying. The whole moving out situation, how there's like boxes, and I'm, you know, putting stuff in boxes and taking them out, and then that whole thing is very much like how it was, just because I think that was the room that I did move out of. That element, and also like going through the pictures, like we're always going through them, or going through like the computer because we have all our baby videos on there. Town in the music video is a like mini replica of Loomis. So we have the train tracks where I used to live behind them, which is why I was always late to school. You know, little suburbs, those are on the other side of town. The school bus, which is going the other direction from my house in it because the school bus never came over there. So just little things like that, you know, horses and like the dirt road up to the like house too.
The longer I stay on Auburn Street, the harder it'll be to leave.
The meaning behind the horse in the music video is kind of like you're going through your stuff, and as you're going through the pictures, you're remembering like times, and which is why there's like videos in it. So it's like I'm looking at a picture which reminds me of like my 8th birthday, or me riding a horse and my mom yelling at me because I'm not riding it right. And then as I'm going through this box, it's like this memory box, and I see this little horse, and I kind of like forget where this is from. I see this, and I kind of just like make my way to the garage where this Loomis replica is, and then having to be like, okay, I'm ready to like let go of that a little bit and move. And that's why I have my little suitcase, and I walk out the door and I leave the horse in the little mirror, so it's kind of like leaving a little piece of me.
You can't be the gatekeeper.